guys? Welcome to my channel. If you are just tuning in for the first time, my name is Bri. I post theater related content as well as anything and everything about the crazy life that I live. So today is Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. It is also my day off, which is why it is the perfect time to film this video. Also because it's kind of a like spooky related content because it's about how I got scammed, which may not be spooky like for anyone else, but I mean for me it was a pretty scary experience, so it kind of fits with the holiday. So I'm going to talk about how I got scammed almost 2 years ago now and how I kind of got out of it, and I will be giving you tips on how you can make sure this does not happen to you because it was not fun and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Let's get started. Approximately 2 years ago, I believe it was January of 2017-ish, I was in my senior year of college down in Florida, and as many seniors do, I was on the hunt for auditions, which I did every day. I went to a couple different sites daily or multiple times a day, just kind of checking to submit myself for things or see what auditions were coming up. I would use Backstage, mostly, which is a paid subscription to get access to auditions, submit yourself, and see when auditions are happening. And then I also used playbill.com a lot, which is a free site. You don't need to pay or have any sort of subscription to use that. I would also use different specific sites for specific maybe theme parks like disneyauditions.com or stuff for Universal, and just things around the area since I was living in Florida. Basically what happened is on that normal day as I was searching for auditions, I came across a submission request on Playbill for a commercial, and I am definitely someone that I don't just do theater. I like to dabble in film, TV commercial, different on-camera work. So I saw this posting for a commercial that was happening. It was a UPS commercial that they were casting for, and basically they give you the basic breakdown of what you would be paid. It looked really great on paper. It was like thousands of dollars you'd get paid between the day rate, shooting, royalties, agency like fees, like all that type of stuff. So it sounded like an amazing opportunity. So all you had to do was submit for it. So I just emailed the company listed. I had to give like my basic like height, measurements, headshot and a full body shot, like stuff like that, which is very normal for any like submission request or stuff for commercials because they have to know what you look like if you fit the costume or like whatever type they're looking for. So I did that, and basically like a day or two later I get an email back saying that I had booked this commercial, which was amazing in my eyes. I had booked it. It was for UPS. I was like a general like delivery person, I think was the role, but the commercial was shooting in California. So in my eyes, I was like, oh my gosh, they're shooting in California. It was like a nationwide search and I was the one that got picked. Well, here's where everything started to go wrong. That should have been my first red flag, because there are plenty of people in California to pick from of any type, age, look, like you name it, they got it. And they do not need to be searching for someone in Florida to go and do this commercial. So basically like the email I got was like, oh, congratulations, like this is a basic breakdown of like your pay rate, travel, and housing is all provided. It sounded amazing. After reading this, they sent me a contract to sign immediately and a bunch of like different paperwork outlining everything. So in my eyes, I was like, oh, yes, booked and blessed, like I'm going to California, what's up? I was super excited, and one thing I immediately did, which I would never suggest anyone doing until everything is set in stone, is I went and told everyone. I was telling all of my friends, I was telling my professors. I was just so excited. I had booked this national commercial and I had signed the contract like almost immediately and sent it back to them. Second red flag. So basically they started emailing me back and forth with the different details of the dates, and they said they were gonna send me an amount of money for my wardrobe budget that I'd have to go and get myself with this money, which just was really confusing. But I was like, oh, like I've never done a national commercial, maybe this is just like how this is running or whatever. And so they said they would send me this package in the mail, and when I got this check for the money, it was very important that I deposited it right away because I didn't want to delay the production time of getting everything and having the shoot be done on time, stuff like that. They were like very persistent, like as soon as you get that, you need to deposit it into your bank account and we will send you confirmation that we have like received that or it's happened on our end. Third red flag. So I thought that sounded a little weird. After I had signed everything, I decided to look up this company. I don't remember the name of the company off the top of my head, but I just like looked them up on their website, found their website. It looked, I mean, pretty good. They had all their other like clients, there were big name brands that they had worked with and different like demo material. So everything looked nice until I went to their about page, their like about the company page, and I'm reading and their description was mentioning a completely different company name. It was like, so-and-so company is all about blah, 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 but like so-and-so was not the name of the company that the website was about. So I was like, that's really weird. Like, why would they be talking about a different company that's not their own? So then I proceeded to then search the company that was listed in the about section, found their website, which was another like production company, and realized in their about section they had the exact same about paragraph word for word. So it was as if this company that had hired me had just copied and pasted that about section and pasted it onto their website but forgot to change the name. So that was a big old red flag for me, which is when I first started realizing that like, hey, maybe something is really wrong here. Around that time, I was taking a master class with a casting director based out of Miami, Lori Wyman. She was coming to my school and doing a film, TV, commercial audition master class with all of the like, juniors and seniors. So since she had a lot of like knowledge in like casting this types of stuff, I brought over my contract and like all of the details I had to her, and she reads it and she just thinks it looks a little weird, and she's like, I've never heard of this company, like this doesn't really like sound right to me. When I was talking to Lori Wyman about it, she was like, let me call someone real quick. She's like, let me call an agent. I know that she works with these like companies like all the time. She casts for me all the time, and let me just send her pictures of this and let me see what she thinks. So she sent the pictures of my documents to this woman at Stellar Talent, which is a agency based out of Miami. They mainly represent TV, film, and commercial actors. So she got me in contact with them. The masterclass ends and I start going back and forth with this agent, and she basically tells me like, this is a complete scam. You need to get yourself out of this right away. They are taking advantage of you. Do not accept a package from them. Do not accept any money. Do not put that money into your account. So as I'm coming back with her, I give her the company's contact information. She starts contacting them to try and get to the bottom of this, and then the package comes. So I get an email from my postal office on campus saying the package had arrived for me, but I refused to like accept that package, and I did not want my name associated with that package. So as this agent was contacting them, they weren't returning her calls, they weren't answering her. She basically told me to email them and say, due to unforeseen circumstances, I am not able to continue with the commercial. I'm so sorry for any inconvenience, but this will be the end of the road for me with your company. And that's basically all I did, and I just kept ignoring their emails and never accepted the package. I eventually told my postal office, like, hey, this is a scam package. Like, I do not want this associated with me. Like, please send it back, or whatever you have to do, throw it out, but I'm not going to be accepting it to kind of get myself out of it. So it was a really scary process because, I mean, that could have been like thousands of dollars, then like, or more, like taken out of my account. They had access to my like banking information. They could have like stolen all of my money. Like, it could have ended terribly. So I am very grateful that I had just happened to get that connection with that casting director to connect me to the agency, to help me kind of get out of this and like be pestering this like so-called like casting company to kind of leave me alone. And it actually did kind of work out for me, because then that agency, after everything we had gone through together, she said, hey, I'd really love to represent you. Make sure this doesn't happen to you again, and I think you have a great look, so if you are available, like, please like come on by, we can submit you for different commercials and stuff like that. So then I was able to actually get representation while I was in Florida. For only about 3 months I was with them, but I did do a commercial under their name and like get to go on a bunch of like auditions and callbacks for different commercials. So that was pretty cool for me. But again, like this stuff happens all the time, especially on Playbill. I see it all the time. It's always a different company name, but they say they're gonna pay you thousands of dollars and everything looks legit and great, and I'm sure they send these like casting like emails or bookings to many different people just to try and get as much money as possible. So please protect yourself. Don't let this happen to you. One thing with Playbill is that they do not verify their postings. Anyone can post an audition on Playbill, which is why it's a free service, and it's why Backstage requires a paid subscription, because they are reviewing every single posting and letting you know if it has not been fully reviewed yet, so you know that it could possibly be a scam. I think I'm gonna do a video comparing different audition sites to know the difference and what to look out for, and in my opinion, like which ones are easier to navigate, stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that. I'll film that sometime in the future. I hope this really helped everyone. I definitely don't want anyone to get scammed like I did. But I was very lucky to be able to get out of it and get some connections and like good opportunities from there, and really helped me kind of mature as a performer and know how to protect myself, especially when you are not under representation for everything or working that non-union life, just trying to make it as a performer. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all of my future videos. Like, comment, share, tell your friends, tell everyone, and I will see you next time.